I drove through Millstadt last night, and I didn't realize that it could just flood in Millstadt, but the whole town just about floated away.
Did it really?
There was a ton of water. I mean, an absurd amount of water on the road.
Really?
To where I was like, should I not drive through this?
There were no signs up or anything?
No, we're all just driving
So you're just driving and then, boom, you get hit by...
It was like both sides of the car.
Oh, that's scary. What were you doing out in the stot? That's what we call it.
Just cruise.
Stot. No, there's nobody that calls it that. Maybe they do. But remember, Millstadt was one of the places I wasn't allowed to go when I was...
That's where you went.
Oh, yeah. Liederkranz. They had all the fun parties.
It's a party in town.
It really is.
It's where you go.
And it's where all the barn parties were.
Oh, sure.
And field parties.
Yes.
Bonfires.
Every weekend in Millstadt in the summer, they're like, I think we should go drink in the street.
The
and
kids-
everyone's like, yeah, we should.
The teenagers in Millstadt were the ones that taught you how to have a drink.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I don't know how it is
Probably
now.
chugged your first beer there.
So I didn't know that, though. That's crazy. What were you doing in Millstadt, by the way?
Just cruising through.
No, really. What?
Drinking in the street.
Going shopping.
Bonfire party.
But it was a ton. It was a ton of rain.
What, you
Ton
don't
of rain.
you don't want to discuss it?
No, I don't.
I've got to know. I've got to know.
I can have my secrets.
No, you cannot. You reveal all.
I do.
What is
Not
this?
always.
What is this secret? Aren't you curious, Tim?
Yeah, but I'm letting him have it.
All right. You've got the most secrets.
Well, I do not. You always say
you
that.
do.
That is not true.
When we first worked together, you were the worst.
I don't think so.
The worst. I'm like, I don't think you got what it takes.
You what? I got the job.
Well, only because we didn't have a lot of other people available. You would not reveal anything.
That is not true.
You've gotten better. You've gotten a lot better.
It's true,
There's not much I don't talk about.
Oh, man,
now.
but there were years. The years I worked with you,
you're
you were sharing nothing.
That's not specifically about maybe my romantic life. I wasn't.
That's all there is.
That's it. That's why you were hired.
Wait,
Single guy.
Oh, right.
Talking
We
about.
wanna know.
Yeah. What else you got?
What else do I got?
Well, that is the most. There was a most there.
Right. And the cast changes.
Oh man.
You know, you got.
There's one time when he was dating
ladies.
2 girls with the same name.
Yeah, that's got to be
That was
part of the
exciting.
story. That's got to be part of what he's waving you off. Like, don't talk about it now.
No,
he cares
he's
about
not.
it now. Oh, look at him. I don't want to.
Why were you in Millstadt? Why were you in Millstadt?
You'll be so bored with the answer.
Oh, really? It was one of those like boring answers. Okay, we'll move on.
You'll be like, oh, of course.
What else? How's everybody else doing?
I'm good. I'm
glad I came in today.
I'm back in the win column a little bit on the
car?
On the do-it-yourself. No, not the car.
You took on another project.
Yes, the garage fridge quit working, I don't know, months ago.
Oh.
And I didn't know what was wrong, and I tried a couple different things and finally figured out, like, I think it's the fan inside. It's just not staying on, and the motor, I figured out, like, yeah, the motor's bad. But this is an old refrigerator. I'm like, this is it. There's nothing we can do.
Because they probably don't have the part available.
Right. And so on a whim, I was like, I'm just going to Google and see if I can find a motor that looks anything like this. Because I can't look up there's no way they're making this exact motor anymore. And I found like one for $15 that looks almost identical to it. I was like, all right, let's try it. So I ordered it, put it in, and it fired right up. The fan blade that I have was going the wrong direction, though. This motor went the wrong way. So I had to order a different fan blade and got that and put it in. But now it's a blowing.
This could be a whole new video series for you.
I don't know if it's going to completely fix the fridge.
Yeah, but I mean,
this part is working.
I'm just saying, all these little projects you're doing, you could have videoed, hey, is this fixable? You find the part. I mean, this is some good content.
Yeah.
Is it as good as dating 2 girls with the same name
No.
at the same time?
No, it's not, but
it's boring
I
domestic
think we're at that stage in our lives where this is exciting content.
Yep.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's strong.
I had a real
You've done
low
what? Like how
expectation.
many? 5 different things now?
The one I was most excited about was the washer. And that one I did make a video
Yes, you did.
because I was like, this is amazing. If this works, this is huge.
And we could call it the giant hands fix it guy.
Yeah.
Because all you see in the washer video is your
My
hand.
big hands smacking stuff around.
Well, that had to make you feel better.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Then you went to Millstadt to celebrate.
Yeah, then I went there to Millstadt to celebrate. So hopefully I'll check it later today and see if it's actually cold in there or if there's maybe another issue at play. But for $15, like, it's worth a try.
Yes, it is.
Why not?
Tim, how's your, I'm sorry, I should ask that right at the jump.
What?
Flooding.
Oh, yeah. Well, I figured you can tell. It's doing fine.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I was outside running around, raincoat, umbrella, with these pumps and just like preventative.
You had high
measures.
heels on?
Oh, dear.
like a water pump.
Maybe that's the problem.
Just aerate my lawn while I'm doing this stuff. It's wet. It's perfect.
Well, there's holes poked in your drainage tile. Like about stiletto size. Well, like it's holding water.
Oh, I was running around with the little mobile pumps. Yeah. And
heels.
it got dangerously close. And I don't want to celebrate yet because we have a full day of rain coming still. But so far, everything is fine. So I have some theories as to what. You remember the new area got soaked?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
the big thing yesterday. I think maybe that was a sump pump that just needed to be moved around a little bit to work, and now it's working. And then
Okay, well, that's good.
outside is holding strong, but it got closer than I would have liked to going into the window wells, like the water filling up. So I think we are gonna spend some money out there just to be safe.
Pump it.
And then, yesterday we went. So Timothy's with a babysitter. It's a in-home daycare where he went for a long time. And then this summer, Emma's been home and he didn't go, so we haven't been there in probably a couple months.
Is she on maternity leave still?
Yeah.
Okay.
She thought she had another week, but
This
she
is
doesn't.
terrible.
She goes back. We've had it marked on our calendar that she had this week and next week, and then it was back. And
Yeah, so
then-
your brain is still in maternity leave
Totally.
mode.
And then she got an email that's like, "Oh yeah, so Monday," and she's like, "Oh no, she miscalculated."
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just
Oh, it's
It's
in
a
your
whole
brain.
week, though.
It is. It
yeah,
is.
I know.
You just lost.
So it's a little bit of scrambling, and but she'll just have some meetings, and it'll hopefully be all right. But yeah, so that's crazy. But yeah, so she's still home. So he hasn't been to this daycare in a while. But yesterday he went for just a little bit. So the last time he went to that daycare was 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, and he left. He has we call it a lovey. It's like a the little
blanket
with
a stuffed animal
Yeah,
on it?
exactly.
Yeah.
This happens to be a bunny, and that was his. Like, can't do anything without that, right?
Yeah.
Well, we left it there. We forgot to grab it when we went home, whatever this was, 6 weeks ago. And so we called Donna and we're like, "Hey, it's in there somewhere." And she's like, "Oh, I don't see it." And then, we check in and she's like, "Man, she thinks we're crazy. She's like, I've torn this place upside down." Like, she got her grandkids involved. She's like, it's not here. So we think, all right, one of the other kids must have taken it home.
Has he been asking for it?
He did. Emma bought another one that's very similar, so we kind of traded that out. But it was an issue. She kind of thought, these guys are crazy, or another kid brought it home is where we landed. Anyway, so he goes over there yesterday, and we gave him the new lovey was in his backpack. So Donna's going to put him down for a nap, and she doesn't have the lovey, but he was so tired, he just kind of went out. She's like, "All right, I'm not even gonna mess with it. He seems fine. It'll be all right." An hour and a half later, he wakes up. She goes in there to get him up, and he's got the lovey.
Where the hell was it?
The one that was lost, that she tore her house apart looking for.
Where was it?
He hid it somewhere in there, and only he could find it. So he wakes up, doesn't have lovey, and somehow knows where it is. The only thing she can think of is that it was like under the mattress.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
But they like tore their house apart, and she's like, "These people are crazy," and we're like, "Donna's not looking for that love, And Timothy hid it somewhere, and so she like freaked out, like.
And he remembered.
Yes.
From that many. He's a conniver.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
She's like, "What's going?" Like she just had to like sit there and.
Oh my gosh, it's a devious mind you got.
So we picked him up, and she was like, "This is crazy." She could not wait to tell us. So now we got 2 of the little bunny things.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And he wanted both of them to go to bed.
Oh,
last
I'm
night.
sure.
Oh, no.
I'm
I was
sure.
like, this is great because now we can clean one because you can't take it away long enough from him
Yeah.
to clean.
No, now he wants to.
I like that you call it lovey. That's so cute. I had a blanket when I was young that I called Cubby. It was my Cubby. And I remember it was lost at the Bonaventure Hotel in Los Angeles.
Oh, it stinks.
It was bad.
We have a lot of
Los Angeles brag.
right?
Bonaventure.
I
We
was
have a lot of TTs.
TT. Isn't it funny what people call him? What it's got. Lovey.
It was Augie or Owen who started it, I believe, because Aaron had a blankie. So that's okay. Just call it what it is.
Yeah.
But then I think Owen was the one who started calling it a TT, and then everyone beyond is
Well, yeah, because he's teaching the next generation,
yeah,
and then the next
we're like,
generation.
This is funnier than blankie. We like TT.
Mine was called Mine because they tried to take it from me, and I'd say mine. So then it was, oh, where's your mine? And they're still in our house. It's
That's
like,
what my dad
You
writes.
still have them?
That's a mine. Yeah, it's a real soft blanket with like a what do you call it? Like satin.
Oh yeah, the satin was the
trim.
best.
Yes, so that was the.
And would you do that with it?
all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
And say mine.
My mom still I have that in me. Like
Yeah.
that's my mom still has it. Like she'll have like stuff in her pocket.
That she's just
That
kinda
she's-
doing the rub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it's a weird thing. Does everybody have that?
Not everyone. My great grandma would do that. She would always have like a Kleenex
Something
in her hand.
where she'd
Just, not a used one. Just
and it
just
didn't have to
something
be a
in her hand.
silk thing. It could
She'd
be
always be
Right.
holding on to that.
bizarre. We'll dive into this with our therapist at the
Yeah.
9 o'clock hour.
Yeah. By the way, that's what my dad writes on all of his tools.
Mine.
Mine. We're like, whose is it?
That's
He's like,
funny.
that's mine.
Oh my gosh. I apologize to Vomit Free since '93. They just choked on their coffee
Oh.
during the pump discussion.